Good evening, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, humans of all kinds, so good to see you. I know. It's okay. It's okay for you to be seen. Yes, it's okay for you to be seen and heard. I know a lot of us grow up in society believing that we're not deserving to be seen and heard. That we're not worthy of other people's attention. And the way that you get better at deserving other people's attention is by giving yourself attention. The attention that your heart, the energies of your body have been craving. AJ4 in the house, ladies and gentlemen. How do I get over commitment issues? Where do those commitment issues begin? Where do they start? Who taught you to have challenges with commitments? Did your parents, maybe a relative? Remember, those beliefs aren't yours. You witnessed that, so you're led to believe that you're going to have issues with commitments. But is it, AJ, if I may ask, is it commitments with a relationship? Is it commitment with it's like procrastination? Is it commitment with yourself? With your goals? What is it directly towards? COVID's a myth. Thick Josh, maybe. Joe Biden is a shape-shifting lizard. Beautiful. I appreciate your appreciation for the world and society. I'm believing more and more that, it's like the more I listen to the noise, maybe COVID is a myth. Maybe COVID's real. Maybe COVID was created by some people that just wanted to make a bunch of people sick, and if they got sick, then they would have to pay a bunch of money to get better, knowing that they're never going to get better. What if masks work? What if they don't? I think we all just need to learn to stay in our own lane and not care so much. The China spy balloon was trying to give the Midwest the vax. Maybe. Thick Josh, that's not what these conversations are about. These are to help people grow and evolve. We can throw shade towards whatever is helping in the rest of the world, and that's not what we're here for. We're here to learn how to better our lives and become the king of our kingdom. Relationships mostly, but all of the above. Sure. If you have commitment issues, if you're afraid to commit, you learn that somewhere. Who taught you that? Now, realize that most families are look broken. There's most families have a divorce. My parents are still together, but I'm surprised. I thought they were going to break up a long time ago, and somehow they're still keeping it together. Not very joyfully, very stressfully, sure. So if we're afraid of making the commitment, what are we afraid of? That things might actually get good? Or if we're having a hard time committing, are we afraid that maybe we believe that we're not deserving of someone else's attention? So why is it people are having a hard time being committed? George, someone at AJ4 here had spoke up because this is a kind of an open forum for you to ask questions. I'm a life coach. I've gotten pretty good at this thing we call life. I'm a gay man. So I particularly work with men in the GBTQ plus community, but this is open forum for anyone to be here. There's a lot of women that come on here because they have gay children. A lot of women that they just like what I bring to the table. I'm not saying that I know everything, but I've learned to work through a lot of things in my own life to the point that I'm pretty joyful and love pretty much waking up every day. So someone had asked if they have a hard time with commitment, specifically with relationships, but most of the above, as in committing with goals, dreams. There's most likely a belief within you that you don't feel like you're worthy or deserving. AJ, may I ask, are you part of the LGBTQ plus community? If you're not, that's totally fine. Love Louis V. Love Louis V. I want to ask you as well. Where did you learn that you're not deserving? Because you weren't born believing that idea. Thanks for the roses, by the way. You weren't born believing in that idea. So who taught you that you're not deserving? That's a belief that you picked up somewhere along the way, and you have the opportunity as a human being to let it go. Just remind yourself how intelligent your body is, how magnificent the masterpiece that you get to experience in this body. The amount of things that have to happen in direct proportion, in fine divine timing every time you take a breath, just so you can continue to live, is in the millions, trillions. I think the secret to overcoming adversity, I think the answer to living a better life, to feeling more deserving and loved and good enough, is to give yourself some more attention. We don't put ourselves first. But as Della Hicks Wilson says, tend to the relationship that you have with yourself first, last, and always. But we're not taught this by society. But what if I also told you that in order to feel deserving, you had to experience what not deserving felt like? In order for you to become more committed, AJ, you had to realize that, like, wow, I'm not really great with commitments, and that's an area of my life that I want to strengthen. I want to get better at. I want to overcome, so then I can become the king of my kingdom. International Williams Day. Kat, thanks for throwing that out here. This is a place for everyone to feel loved, appreciated, admired, and accepted. Could it be that they are having a hard time accepting themselves? Could be George. Absolutely. George is a gay man. Beautiful. Speaking it up. I ate corn the long way. Great. You see, a lot of times we get so confined and defined by our past. But that's already done and over with. The past was just there for you to learn. Not for you to carry. Not for you to hold on to. Sorry, my nose is a little itchy. Is that a Coca-Cola polar bear? No. It's not a Coca-Cola polar bear. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. We must remember what's happened in your past was just trying to teach you something. And in order for you to feel more deserving, you have to commit to it. You have to take the responsibility to change it. If you don't feel a certain way, or you have a struggle or a challenge somewhere in your life, you're on this planet to learn. In order to overcome something, you have to give it your attention. Not the problem your attention, but the solution. So if you feel like you're not deserving, that's okay. I used to feel like that too. Now I believe in my value. I believe in my worth. I like to think that I'm made of gold. But I got to focus on the fact that I am gold and not like the fact that I used to believe that I wasn't deserving. If we want to make progress in life, we have to focus on the solution, not the problem. Need to remind you, let me remind you again, it's so important that you have to not feel good to realize, I want to feel better. If you have Jow joined, so good to see you. Josh Steele in the house, ladies and gentlemen, humans of all kind. I got my first boyfriend and he gave me a lot of compliments, but I never really believed him. AJ, that's pretty common. You got scared and broke it off. Okay, that's okay. What did that relationship teach you? You can focus on the fact that you got scared and broke it off and maybe you feel like a failure, but do your best to see failure as feedback. It was your first relationship. Give yourself some love and grace for trying to be in a relationship. Relationships aren't so easy. The society makes us believe that they're supposed to be easy. And guess what? Most relationships don't work. They're challenging. Now, I, on the other hand, start my 15th year with my partner in May. So I have a lot of experience, and it continues to get really good. But the only way that you learn how to get better at anything is by experience. Stop trying to act spiritual. Why? Why would I stop sharing what I love to share with other people that helps people grow and thrive in life and become the king of their kingdom? Now, I appreciate you, Ethereal King. Stop trying to act spirit. Whoa. See what you made me do? I appreciate you speaking up and telling me what to do, but last I checked, I'm the king of my kingdom, and this is my page. And I can pretty much talk as long as I'm spreading kindness and as long as I'm spreading kindness. You can be as humorous as you want. I still appreciate you. I'll still admire and appreciate you for trying to be humorous. Yeah, you're the king of your own kingdom, not of mine. I'm the king of mine, but I appreciate your thoughts. Let's all be kind here. This is a place for people to feel safe, loved, appreciated, admired, and accepted. Do I have an open relationship? I do, and it's helped my partner and I grow, communicate more, have more fun while we're on this planet. You do realize the time when you're on this planet is very limited in the scheme of things. Your brain's been in development for 2 million years. Humans have been around for 200,000, and we're only on this planet for a very short span of time. Nowhere X. Hola to you. Mikey baby, hey, you answered my questions in the past but about heartbreak. I now have a boyfriend. Beautiful. Remember, it's all trial and error. It's all a learn and grow. I had to date a lot of people before I met my partner. Shada Rashid, 97. Good morning to you. It's evening here. I'm in the Hudson Valley. I'm in upstate New York, a couple hours north of New York City. In May, I'm 31 years atheist. Beautiful. If you love being an atheist, more power to you. I think we have to learn how to stay in our own lane and not pay attention to other people's beliefs. If you believe in Jesus, more power to you. I believe he was a fictitious character. I really don't even believe he was real. Will I come to my prom with you? Your prom with me? I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to have to say no. That's great. You were coming up to 15 years. You took both. That took both of you, didn't? That's great. You were coming up to 15 years. That took both of you, didn't? I'm not sure what you said, George. We've been together for 15 years. That took both of you, didn't? How is an open relationship okay? We've both learned that life is meant to be enjoyed. And it's our life. We can do as we please. It's not hurting nobody. A lot of people are doing it more and more. Or a lot of people have been doing it for a long time. They're just now speaking up about it and not afraid of what other people might think. We must remember that monogamy has only been around for a short, extended period of time. When did monogamy start? And why is an open relationship a bad thing? Or why is it considered by a lot of society to be a bad thing when the places where porn is, ooh, look at me, got a stash. The places where porn is purchased and watched the most is where it's the heaviest religion practiced in the world. I used to know some girls that lived on 10th Street in New York City, and they always saw hookers on the street being picked up by Hasidic Jews. Now, I have nothing against Hasidic Jews. I'm not even putting people into a box. But, like, they're married with kids. Why are they going to have fun with other people? Because they can do whatever they want. Like, we should be allowed to do whatever we please and not live by all these rules that we've been governed by society. Because if the rules were working, more people would be joyful and happy. Most people in the world are sad and depressed. I'm all about living a joyful, expansive, pleasurable, lovely, fantastic life. You have that opportunity. All of you do. I want to get to know this person in my class, but I'm scared of rejection. Connor, focus on the solution. Don't focus on the rejection. If you're scared of rejection, take rejection as redirection. Ooh. Rejection, change that word, reframe it to redirection. There's been a lot of things I've been scared of in life, and the more that I lean into what I'm afraid of, with the right opportunity, I grow. Ooh, looking fly. What happens when we die? Jerry, I don't really personally know. I haven't studied it a lot. To my understanding, it's a very peaceful, wonderful, loving place. Whatever fear, whatever shame, whatever guilt, whatever pain and suffering we experience on this planet, it all goes away. The only reason we experience that is because it's the conditioning of the body. And we store emotions, we hold on to pains, we hold on to suffering. So once the body's, like, the meat body, whatever you want to call it, is done, it's just spirit, it's just essence, it's just spirit. And that is true divine, that is one with nature, that is beautiful, peaceful. Supposedly, some people believe that you see like the whole experience of your life. You witness how you made people feel. Because how many people have impacted your life and you never said anything? Am I in Los Angeles? I'm not in La La Land. Nope, I'm in upstate New York. 2 hours north of New York City. Throat Goat Girl in the house. How you feeling today, my dear? So good to see you. I'm so grateful you're here. Nice to see you, Pete Beck. Sign up for your emails. Beautiful. Welcome. Super grateful to have you part of the family. Possible Perez, again with a live. How do you have the time? I create the time. We all have the same amount of time in the day, yet some people make billions of dollars and some people don't. Some people commit to helping more people in certain ways by participating in a food pantry. I spend the first chunk of my day to myself, uplifting, building, creating a better life for myself. The middle of the day to create, serve clients like I did today. I had a full day of coaching today. And then I have committed to showing up to TikTok most evenings at 8 o'clock. So that's why I'm here. Because I put it on my calendar. Because it's worth it to me. I love helping more people. I didn't copy anything about you, Ethereal King. But I appreciate the appreciation. I'm in New York City. You're cute. Let's link up. I'm not in New York City. I do have an apartment in New York City, but I only go like once a month. Some people just try to keep on jabbing you in the side, and you know what? If people try to jab you in the side, I ain't gonna take it. Steven, I appreciate for the sticking up for me. I gave him a few tries to be a little kinder, express how this is a safe place for people to be expressive and share some things that they've been challenged with. And so he's not welcome here anymore. That's a great technique to learn. That's not technique necessarily, but that's a great tool to add to your toolbox to set boundaries. Learn how to say no when you don't want to do something. If I've given someone a few chances to be here and just have a good time while we have some conversations, great. But if you can't play nice, that's all I'm asking. It's not that hard. I get it though. Mean people hurt people. They find it necessary to keep on jabbing you. The kinder you get to yourself, the kinder you feel in life, the less people you attract that hurt you. Isn't that something? I've been with my husband for 24 years. Jerry, so good to see you, my friend. 24 years, beautiful. I hope it continues to get better with age, with time. Have I been to Malaysia? Not yet, but that's on the list. Sorry, that meant to takes two to make the relationship work. It does take two. You both have to be invested. Now, are both people in a relationship going to be on the same page, dedicated and focused and committed to making the changes that they should make in their life? No. Is my husband on the same acceleration that I am in life to make my life better? No. Is he still worthy and deserving of my attention and heart? Absolutely. But when we try to have control over someone else, we lose control within ourselves. So we must learn how to take control of our own lives. Be the king of our own kingdom. Celebrate ourselves on a daily basis. Acceptance isn't always necessary. Why do you say that? If you're still here, CL Hill, I'm just curious. Acceptance isn't always necessary. Why do you say that? Why shouldn't we accept ourselves? I think the fact that people don't accept themselves only does them more harm. Accept yourself just as you are. Accept yourself just as you are. Whether you're 300 pounds overweight or you're too skinny or you have some moles on your face. Accept who you are. I feel like the more we accept and appreciate who we are, it just like releases the tension. It breaks the seriousness. We get to stand taller and feel better in life. You got zero issues with prostitution? Beautiful. Again, allow each person to stay in their own lane. If you would love to be a prostitute, beautiful. I hope you work through any traumas that is causing you to make choices that are could be hurtful to yourself. And by that I don't mean like having fun in a sexual manner. You're introducing yourself to a lot of people that could put you in some harm. That's all I mean. But people try to have too much ruling over other people. Politics has ruling over whether women can have an abortion or whether I can be gay. Whether you can say gay in school or not. That's too much power. They try to have too much power over people when we just have to learn to stand in our own power. Also, why not be my prom date? I don't know, to be honest. I've actually never had someone ask me to the prom since I was in high school, which was like 23 years ago, 24 years ago. Are we free to do what we want in this world? As long as it doesn't cause you any harm, absolutely. If it does cause you harm, you'll just suffer the consequences. But we should be free to do what we want. But especially if you live in the United States of America, the land of the free. Baloney. What part of living here is free? You pay taxes if you own property. You pay taxes that doesn't go to really good things. We continue to spend billions of dollars on war. War would never work. The war, all the money that our taxes go to is so other big shots can make more money. So the cool thing is, and I'm living proof of this, the more we learn how to free our own self from the shackles and all the beliefs that are taking us down, the more we stand in our own power, the more freedom we experience wherever you live. If you listen and pay attention to society's rules, it's obviously not working because so many people are depressed and living in misery. But if society's rules were working, we would all be happier than a pig in poop. But remember, Throat Goat Girl, or any of you here, you're supposed to experience what freedom doesn't feel like, to crave freedom. If you want to build wealth, you got to experience what it's like to be poor, broke, to really have an appreciation for money. Do you have a present for my birthday? Do you have a present? Do you have a present for my birthday? It's Saturday. Devin, you can't ask for presents from people. This is my gift to you. These lives, these showing up. You can't ask you're going to give me a gift on my birthday or Christmas? No. To be honest, I don't really buy people presents anymore. My partner, sure. I give him gifts, the gift of life from me and my heart all day long. It's funny because the person I blocked here says, when we die, you will feel God's wrath in your grave until the day of judgment, unless you are good. Nobody's good. Life is about learning, growing, and making mistakes. You got to make a mistake to fall over to get back up again. Do I watch The Last of Us? I haven't seen that. I'm not a really big TV buff. Merc Van Ruiz, I'm not sure what the question was. Do I watch much TV? Not really. I actually don't really watch it at all anymore. I'd rather devote my time to reading or spending time with people or myself. Sorry, just getting caught up with the questions. I will be ending a long-term relationship because I realize I've kept them because of trauma and abandonment. Beautiful. You've realized you're holding someone else back and you're most likely holding yourself back. Now it's time for you to invest more of your time, effort, and attention intentionally to work through your traumas and abandonment, to let go that old part of you. Your body, your world, your experience is going to love you so much more. Do I believe in karma? Absolutely. Now, some people know it as karma. Some people know it as the law of attraction. You can't escape it. You can't run from it. God or the energies of the universe, they're always so-called watching. You can try to hide from it, but the hiding is only going to cause you more pain. When whatever we do to others, judge them, we judge ourselves. It comes back at you tenfold. So the cool thing is you can switch it around. You can start being kinder to yourself and other people, and then you experience more kindness in the world. But fighting attracts fighting. Love attracts love. It's hard because he really loves me. Remember, Israel, the healer. Not everything lasts forever. Everything in life is temporary. Animals, cars, humans, the sweatshirt is all temporary. So that is a beautiful thing that he really loves you, but he's holding on to trauma himself when he expresses that. And believe it or not, you separating yourself from something that's harmful is going to be the best thing for both of you, which you don't really realize right away, but you'll look back and see the truth. It's hard for me to connect sexually and intimacy in relationships. I think hooking up a lot. Why do you think it's hard to connect sexually and intimately with another person? Maybe because we're not taught it in school. Maybe because nobody teaches us it. Or maybe we watch something like porn, which gives us a distorted view of what porn is. I'm actually working on, I've come up with an idea to work on a project of changing the way we're intimate with people. There's so much more to explore, the human body, sensitivity, touch, feeling, more than just oral more than just oral sex, or I was going to say intersex, but anal sex, intercourse. That's the word I was looking for. I struggled with my sexuality, I struggled with my sexuality, but more so intimacy, more so sex, because of my past, because I used to do a lot of drugs, because nobody taught me how to have sex. And if my mother had taught me how to have a blowjob, if that was like what society does, that's what parents did, she learned that a blowjob was from the devil. So like that would be a belief that she would have passed on to me, and I would have had to believe that was true. So we must take a look at ourselves and like, what do we believe? What do we believe about ourselves that we picked up along the way somewhere in our adventure here on earth? And it's holding me back for more freedom, for more experience. Like I said, I used to be in a monogamous relationship and now it's open. And I believed that open relationships were bad until I decided to try it and realized it's actually not a bad thing. I just labeled it as bad because society told me it was bad. I didn't know that it was good until I tried it. How many things have you ever tried to eat that you thought were, I can't eat that, the texture is weird? Because maybe when you were 5, you didn't like it, but as a 30-year-old, things might be different. I give people big pieces of my mind. Beautiful. When someone has a positive effect on my life, I let them know it's important. Beautiful, Tom. I appreciate you for that. Yes, set boundaries. Avoid negativity. Do not reward bad behavior like that. Possible Perez, so good to see you. Oh, you've been single for 24 years. I see. Remember, some comments are filtered in here. So if you put some comments that I don't see, it's because they've been filtered by TikTok. They are watching you. Sherry, so good to see you. Aaron Bennett, I hope you're having a beautiful night. Ronnie Miller in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, humans of all kind. Life is about being goofy. Honestly, as you get older, you are going to realize it's all about the choices you made or that you didn't make. Absolutely, Phyllis. Thanks for the chiming in. We must realize that every single thing we do in life is a choice. It's a decision. And if you put yourself first because you matter and because you care for yourself, that matters. And then you choose wisely. You become the king of your kingdom. God, we are getting so old. Are we getting old? Because I'm 41 and I have more energy and feel better in life than ever before because I show up for myself. Old is a state of mind. The more people feel old, the older they get. The quicker they get old. I've learned to appreciate my silver fox hair. This used to make me feel old. I've been having it since I was in my early 20s. Now I've learned to appreciate it and I feel sexy AF. I'm bringing up late comment I made last week. Can you discuss givers versus takers? Are you talking about pitchers versus catchers? Thalas Americo, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Thalamas Americo. We can, snakey wakey. Sure, maybe it is capitalism's fault. We can always point fingers. Let's just learn to stay in our own way. Let's not point fingers at anyone. Doesn't matter whose fault it was. I've made mistakes. I've been at fault on more occasions than I would like to admit. What does that do to me? That encouraged me to focus more on the problem rather than the solution. Too many people focus on the problem, the hurt, the pain, the suffering. It's not going to get you anywhere if you continue to focus on it. You need to learn's the key word, how to focus on what you actually desire. Givers versus takers. Phyllis Stein, thanks for asking the question again. Yeah, you asked it. I think it was last night or the night before, right before I turned off. Givers versus takers. You can't give what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have. So if you feel like you're lacking the love in your life, you can't give what you don't have. Where am I trying to get with this? I think someone that loves to give is genuine with that action. But I think when we take, it's for selfish reasons. Or if we take, it's because we believe that we don't have. But we can't give what we don't have. When we take something from someone, there's a belief. It's almost like the word want. There's an idea in our minds. There's a belief within ourselves that it's not possible to gain what we would love. So we take from other people. We suck the life out of them. Maybe we manipulate. Maybe we steal. But a giver is something beautiful. So, but we also can't give what we don't have. A lot of times people find themselves in relationships because they want to be loved. Because maybe as a child they didn't feel like they were loved. That happens to most humans. So if you've experienced that, it's okay. You made it out alive. You survived 100% of those bad days. But we must learn how to give ourselves the love and attention. Build ourselves up on the inside. That's all your body's been asking since you came on this planet. It's not a selfish thing. It's a selfless thing. And if you believe that it's a selfish thing, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the acceptance, the approval. Will you allow yourself the permission to be selfish for a little while? To give your life, to stay in your lane and give your life the attention that it deserves. Because if you don't, you're going to suck the life out of everyone else and take from them. But life is about a balance. If you suck the life out of other people, you're actually sucking the life out of you. If you take from other people, you're only doing yourself a disservice. It's the laws of energy. You can't get around it. I could listen to you talk all day. You make me feel so calm and give such great advice. Justin, super grateful you're here. Interesting you don't believe in God, but you do believe in karma. I don't believe God is in a sense that he's a person in the sky, or I believe we're all God. We're all made of the same stuff. We're all made of the divine intelligence, and each one of us is our own individual God, even though we're all part of this whole entire universe that continues to expand. Karma is a law of the universe, and we're part of that universe. And we can't escape that. So I do believe in God, but not as most people believe in God. God's just the word. I use the word the universe instead of God. Some people believe in a variety of things. They just give it a different word. Remember, different words have different meanings. Anytime someone says, Jesus loves you, I appreciate that because I know that's a kind gesture, yet I don't believe in Jesus. So, that kind of thing. But again, it's not that I don't believe in God. I believe in myself. And the more I believe in myself, the energies of the world flow through me. And the kinder I am to myself, the energies flow more beautifully and I attract more beauty. But if I'm judging myself, that's doing a disservice to myself and I'm attracting more judgment. When you judge other people, you do the same thing. I'm curious and would love to learn why an open relationship, given the term relationship. I'm curious and would love to learn why an open relationship, given the term relationship. Relationship is, like, we have relationships with pretty much anything. You have a relationship with a variety of things in life. Nature, the bees, humans, yourself, your animals, God. And if there's an area of your life where you feel like you're lacking, you can work on that. So I was given the opportunity within my relationship to have an open relationship, meaning we have a relationship with each other, but I also have the ability or the opportunity to have some fun in the nude with some other people, to have a different sense of experience. Now, the interesting thing is the sex with my husband and I was always healthy. Was like, we maybe didn't have as sex as often as he would like, but every time we had it, it was awesome. And it still is awesome. So, like, nothing was wrong with our relationship. We just realized that, like, if we opened it, that would allow us to have more fun while we're on this planet. That's all it means. And I don't know about you, but I want to have more fun in every area of my life. Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually. I want to travel. I want to meet more people. I want to eat more delicious food. I want to have more experiences. I want to have a better relationship with my gut so I can eat the foods that I desire. It's all about a relationship. How long was your relationship monogamous? Mine still is 26 years into it. Phyllis, we've been together for almost 15 years. The first 7, we were monogamous. We both so-called cheated on each other, but we didn't take it as cheating. We just took it as we made a mistake. It's what we were feeling in that moment. Got married, he popped the question. Thank you for being so open. I'm going through a lot in the same and passing on my lessons learned. Beautiful. Life is about learning lessons. You can never escape learning lessons. Like, the more you can appreciate the fact that you're here to learn, life gets much better. You stop beating yourself up for the mistakes that you made because you're on this planet to make mistakes, but you're also here to learn from them. And most people don't understand that concept of, like, wow, like, I failed at this. But what if failure was feedback? What if society just planted this idea that, oh, you failed, you're not good enough? But what happens instead if you reframe it and think, wow, if I didn't do so well in this, okay, what didn't go so right? What went well? And how can I elevate? Because if you spend your whole life just putting yourself down and beating yourself up and feeling like a failure, you're going to experience more of the same. But how any business, how any relationship, it's all about growth. And the more you can take what you've experienced and stand taller from it and see the good, see the so-called what didn't go as planned, and elevate. It gets a little uncomfortable. It gets a little sticky at times, though. Like, I can talk behind this camera to all of you, and thank you so much for all being here. Even if there was one person here, I would still have a conversation. Because if I can change one person's life, hands down, that's why I'm here. But when I first started doing these lives, it took a lot of practice. I didn't get it right away. There was a lot of discomfort. There was a lot of, I can't do it, backing out, procrastination. But then there was times where I didn't feel like doing it, yet I would hit play anyway, and I would force myself to do it. And then before you know it, the 20 minutes was over. And now I stay here on here for about an hour. That's how you grow. What didn't work, what went well, and you elevate. But what's even more important is that you celebrate yourself in the interim. The good, the bad, the in-between. What went well, celebrate. What didn't go so well, celebrate. Yes, I'm telling you to celebrate the things that didn't go well, because the more you celebrate and the more you appreciate yourself for even trying. You're going to allow your body to grow more rather than get stuck in the problem. So I just created a membership called Yes King. It's all about celebrating yourself, celebrating overcoming your adversities, and having other people celebrate you too while you commit to facing some of your fears. Because whatever is holding you back from having more fun on this planet is all based in fear. If you're interested in joining it, it's designed for men of the LGBTQ plus community. It does cost money because people pay attention to what they pay for. That's why my name is now called Yes King. It's all about celebrating yourself. The more you learn how to do that, life gets real good. I'm living proof of it. And I love leading people to more joy. If you're interested, click the link in my bio. It will take you to a landing page. You can check it out. You can try it out for 3 days. If it's not for you, you don't get charged. There's only a couple people in there so far. One of them is taking it seriously. I know the other one. I know who's in there, and they're not really showing up, but that's okay too. Sometimes in life, we have to not do something to realize I really want to do it. The hard part of leaving is having to end it myself. I need all the positive energy. Israel the healer. I know what that's like. I used to be terrified to break things off with people because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. But you got to put yourself first, my friend. Lots of good healing vibes for you. We need to recognize the givers and takers in our life. Absolutely. Unholy Nate, it's nice to see you. Yes, we often enter a relationship to patch what we feel is missing in us. Heal it, just know that. Thanks for sharing the live. I really appreciate you. Yes, we often enter a relationship to patch what we feel is missing in our lives. Yep. I love myself enough to know that I deserve anything, anyone in this world. Throat Goat Girl. Beautiful. Remember, Throat Goat Girl, you don't end up on my live for no reason. There's something within you that's like, I deserve a better life. But remember, you got to focus on the end result, what you desire, that freedom, that joy. So we don't get caught and stuck in the problem or the problem that we've created in our own minds. To believe in God is to shun any other deity such as Buddha. Universe encompasses all who believe. I'm all about believing in everything. If you want to believe in Buddha, beautiful. If you want to believe in God, beautiful. If you believe in Jesus, more power to you. But we got to remember that if we're believing in Jesus and God and we're throwing shade and shame towards people like of the gay community, because it said in the Bible that a man wasn't supposed to sleep with a man, you got to also remember that was written way before, long before, and it's all been misinterpreted and rewritten a million times. So if any of your beliefs are based in fear or hatred or cruelty, you're missing the purpose. You're missing the purpose. You're missing the whole idea of like life. Jesus was trying to teach you that you are your own creator. You are the divine master. You are everything you could ever imagine. And so what do people focus on? They focus on other people. They put themselves last. Or they don't even consider themselves important. Why would you treat yourself like that? I used to throw myself under the bus all the time, treat myself like I didn't matter. It took me a long time to start saying nice things to myself and interrupt the dark stuff. See, and then ping pong fuzz right here. Open relationship, no respect. Hey, stay in your own lane. It's my life. I'm going to do what I desire. And it ain't hurting nobody. If it hurts you, that's because there's hurt within you that you're terrified of. Hurt people hurt people. It's the name of the game. It's a game that too many people play. They find it necessary to tell other people how to live their life. This is my life to live. And the interesting thing is, everything I'm doing in my life, the person I'm being, the person I'm becoming, is so fun, and I love it. Stay in your own lane. Stop trying to tell people how to live their life, and you will find the more you stay in your lane and stop trying to tell other people how to live theirs, your life will get better because you're focusing on yourself. And all your body and essence and spirit has been asking for this whole time is your attention to yourself. A lot of times when people have disrespect from other people, it's because they don't respect themselves. That's just the law of universe. Like you can't escape it. Beyonce talks about it. Ooh, Beyonce is onto something, onto good stuff. She knows what she's singing about. Stevie B in the house. Life continues to unfold beautifully. Is it toxic to be attracted to you? Why is it a bad thing to be attracted to another human being? So that's an interesting question. That's a great question. Is it toxic to be attracted to you? No. Why would that be toxic? If you feel like it's a bad thing for you to have an attraction towards another human, then that toxicity you tell yourself might be toxic, but I can find anyone attractive that I desire. But you know what's interesting? The more I've grown and taken care of myself, I don't really find the physicality of people so sexy anymore. Maybe there's some parts of people, but like I'm more driven by confidence. I'm more attracted to how people carry themselves, how much they believe in themselves. Because the more that you believe in yourself, you attract people that believe in themselves. So that to me is sexy. Limavady, beautiful life. Today was gorgeous. I had great coaching calls with my clients. Someone's booked a sales call. Someone's curious about working with me one-on-one on Friday. They've been in a partnership with their husband and wife they're 63, so they're looking to feel more freedom, and they're interested in working with me. And I love when people show interest because they're serious about transformation. And I get so excited about all the people that they get to, their life that they get to like enjoy more of, but then also the people in their life that they get to help transform as well. Because it's not just about me. The better I take care of myself, the more I can help other people in the world. That's what life's all about. Instagram is filled with creators, people that are passionate about what they do, and they're teaching you how to follow in the footsteps. All in all, so you can rock more living daylights out of your life. Northern Ireland in the house. Love is the greatest virtue. Love is also the secret ingredient, and love is the best medicine. Just make sure it's unconditional. My ex-husband abused me very hard. Now police still looking for him. I'm grateful you got away. You don't deserve Sheda Rashid. 97. You do not deserve to live in that pain and abuse. I'm grateful that you got away. I would like to encourage you to focus not on the fear of him returning, but of what your life looks like now that you're free. Okay, because we have these things called imaginations in our head, and most people abuse it, misuse it. What you can create in here, you can hold in your hand. So if you can create your dream life in here and see it clearly, your brain doesn't know the difference between whether it's actually happening or you're in front of, like whether you're in front of it or you're just visualizing it. So when you want to change, when you want a better life, you need to see yourself standing that way, feeling that way, feel it in your body, use your senses, create in here. Because if you unlock it in here, if you free yourself in here and you connect it with your heart, you'll experience it in the human form. I agree. I find you attractive and don't think that's toxic. Beautiful. Thanks for the kind words. I'm confident that I'd enjoy having an experience with you. Thanks for the kind words. I really appreciate that. There's no doubt in my mind. Beautiful. If we doubt anything, we need to ask ourselves, why do we doubt? Like we're not deserving. If you doubt your belief in who you are, why? Where'd you learn that? Hey, Philistine, someone can make a suggestion all they want. I'll be honest, I'm not really looking to hook up with anybody at the time. I'm taking all my sexual energy. I haven't been really masturbating. I haven't really had any sex, even with my partner, only a couple times in a few months. I've had a conversation. We've had communication about it. Because I'm taking all that life force down here. This is where our lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, that's where we hold a lot of our emotions. So I've been working through releasing any negative emotions that I'm holding on to, sexual emotions. I'm also taking that life force and I'm putting it, rather than ejaculating it or putting it into sex, I'm putting it into my business. And my business is thriving because of it. And I'm in my life, I'm thriving because of it. Are you into the Scream movies? I'm not into scary movies anymore. That lowers my vibration, and I'm doing my best to only participate in things that raise my vibration. Come on. Feel it. You got the good vibrations. Song from the 90s. How do you look so young? I got about 5 more minutes. It's been a long day. It's been a beautiful day. And I got 5 minutes. How do you look so young? Because I talk to myself really kindly. No, it has nothing to do with genetics. Nope. It has nothing to do with genetics, but I thank you for chiming in, Nathan. I eat healthy foods. I say nice things to myself. I move my body every day. I spend time in nature. I've diminished a lot of the noise chatter. Any of you have noise chatter? You have that chatter in your head that just kind of takes you down? I practice meditation every day. I learned how to become present. I ultimately treat my life like I matter, which I didn't do for a long time. I was a drug addict. I had severe body image issues. And I appreciate the respect, Throat Goat Girl. I will definitely let you know. And I appreciate your honesty. We need to be more honest and unafraid. Because the more we kind of put ourselves out there, and it's not just like we can go to any random stranger and be like, you're sexy, let's have sex. There's a genuine way to like express what we desire. But too often we're too afraid to speak our truth. We're too afraid to speak up and say what's on our mind. Because we're afraid of the unknown. And when we're afraid of the unknown, we're anxious and we're thinking too far ahead of what might not go so well or we're not deserving. Let's just bring it back here, the present moment. Let's keep it clean for the kids. Have a great evening, signing off. Oh, beautiful. Phyllis, have a great night, my friend. Nice to see you. It's not genetics. It's really not. No. My siblings don't look like I do. But I am 41, and a lot of people think that they're old by that time. I feel better than ever now in my life because I take such good care of myself. I see myself feeling incredible at 100. Doing high kicks, traveling the world, jumping out of airplanes, doing things that unseat my old personality. So it's all a state of mind. If you believe that you're old, you're going to feel old. You're going to feel, if you believe that like, because your mother had carpal tunnel, you're going to have carpal tunnel. That's a belief, and that belief will take you down. If it's a positive belief, a healthy belief, it will pick you up. If it's a negative belief and is limiting you from more freedom, it's going to cause you pain and suffering. I don't make that up. That's just like the law of the universe. Laws of the universe. I was harassed by a homophobic religious person today. It ruins my whole mood for the rest of the day. I appreciate you saying that. And I'm going to end on this statement. Because then I have to go. What you doing? It's so tiring being told that I am not normal and that I am the evil one. User 845623. Thank you for speaking up and sharing an experience that you had, because you're not alone. So many people have experienced that in their life. I used to experience things similar to that, and it would ruin me for months. I would return to drug usage. I would return to severe alcoholism, and it ruined me for months. But I gotta give myself credit, and you have to give yourself credit. You survived it. You made it through. You survived 100% of your bad days. It's a choice to allow someone else's pain and suffering that was inflicted on you to ruin your day. The cool thing is, even though it ruined your day, you have the ability. You showed up here for allowing me to give you some insight to pick you back up where you belong. It ruined your day for the whole mood for the rest of your day. But what if next time it happens, because you showed up on TikTok to get a little insight from someone that cares for you? Yes, I care for you. You're another human being. You deserve love and attention and admiration just like the rest of us. Maybe next time it will ruin your mood for half a day because you realize, wow, that's someone else's hurt that's hurting me, and I don't have to take it. And isn't it interesting how someone that's religious, that should be like loving God and being kind, love thy neighbor, how they decided to treat you like crap because they are hurt. I will remind you that you have to experience this to realize that you don't want to experience this anymore. I had to be hurt and treat myself like crap to realize that, you know what? I want to have more fun on this planet. And the more that I showed up for myself, the kinder that I was to myself, the more I did things that bring me joy, the more attention, the lovingly attention that I gave myself, I stopped attracting other people to treat me like crap. You see, it's the law of attraction. If we're being treated like crap from other people, we have to ask ourselves, what part of me thinks I still deserve to suffer? That's a very powerful question. So from the kindness of my heart, what part of you still thinks that you deserve to suffer? You're tired of being told that you're not normal and that you're evil. I'm telling you that you're beautiful just the way that you are. I'm gay, and I love my life. And if I listen to all the noise of the naysayers and all the religious people that, like, oh, you're going to burn in hell. Well, if that's the truth, I'm going to do whatever I can to love myself more, to appreciate myself while I'm on this planet. And I've exceeded the status quo. I've moved beyond the noise. I literally, I still have challenges. I'm still human. Challenges make us grow. They help us grow. They're supposed to assist in helping us grow. But whatever we hold near, whatever we're cradling like a baby that's limiting us from further growth, other people are going to remind us of what we believe on the inside. But as weird or odd or messed up as this may sound, I'm asking you to thank those experiences. Yeah. Thank them. Because all of those experiences were just trying to teach you something. They weren't a death sentence. You might have taken it like it was a death sentence, like someone else was trying to take you down, but it wasn't a death sentence. It was merely in place in your life to help you pay more attention to yourself and help you grow. Think about when you were a child and you learned to walk. Most of you probably don't remember. Either do I. You fell over. Some of those times it might have hurt. Maybe you cried. Maybe you skinned your knee. And you were so determined to walk because you knew the freedom of walking would make you feel alive. You got back up again. It maybe took you hundreds of times to get back up again. I'm telling you, I'm suggesting that you get back up again. But the longer you are unwilling to look under the bed for the monster, the bigger your fear grows. The longer you are unwilling to ask yourself, what do I believe that I'm still deserving to suffer? Someone taught you that's what you should believe at some point. It was their belief. It was never meant for you to believe. It was just meant for you to learn from. You got to get broke to learn how to appreciate wealth. And all of you are deserving of being wealthy. It's just an exchange of value. It's just energy. You got to fall over, trip to skin your knee to realize, I want to stand. You got to get hurt to realize, wow, I want to learn from this so I can grow. I used to be a severe drug addict. I used to put so much cocaine up my nose. I'm surprised I woke up some mornings. I learned from it. I grew from it. I moved forward from it. It took time. It took patience. It took growth. It took paying attention. It took asking questions. It took joining support groups. It took, now I work with a coach, and that's changed my life forever. Nice to see you, Awesome 41, but I must go. I've been investing my time into a lot of things today, and clients, and I got done a client, and I was going through my list of things I would like to accomplish every day, and I was like, oh yeah, I did my TikTok live and realized I didn't. So now I get to call my partner to see how his day was, because he's in New York City at our place there. And then I get to close up shop, close my eyes, rest, and wake up tomorrow morning and do my best again. Because that's all you can ask for. Do your best. I appreciate you all. So good to see you all. Thanks for joining me tonight. Remember, you're not alone. If you choose to be alone, that's your choice. There's a lot to gain. There's a lot of insight to gain in your time with yourself. So choose your words wisely. If you say, I'm lonely, are you really lonely, or are you just spending time with yourself to learn more about who you are? Because there's a lot of awesomeness to learn there. I spent a lot of time with myself. I still do. I've grown to appreciate it. And now my life has gotten awesome. If you're interested in a free newsletter, click the link in my bio. If you want to join a membership of GBTQ plus men to overcome your adversities, learn how to celebrate yourself, be challenged to work through the things that are tough in your life in a support group, there's an opportunity there. There's also a higher end mastermind if you want to invest a little bit more money into a group for men, where we have a morning routine and we have weekly calls. That's another opportunity. There's opportunities all there for you. My podcast, I'm looking to launch this spring. There's a little fear there. So the fear is real, but I'm bigger than the fear. Anyway, hope you have a beautiful night. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. Till we meet again. Later.